boys, man. It's all love, Mom. Appreciate you. Always. Huh? Oh, do I need to turn this up?
You always talking shit.
Yo,
Hey, yo.
it's your boy Talkin.
And I'm your boy Akeem Sincere.
It's another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show. Right.
But who's judging?
We'll get the numbers together one day.
Who's counting? You know what I mean? We out here. Know
He's
that.
under a contract. Somebody be counting.
Right, somebody be
we
counting.
freelance.
We free now. We free. We got our masters back. You know what I'm saying?
And essentially, we never really lost anything.
No, I know. Our deal was sweet.
It was.
One day we're going to come in here and talk about the first deal we ever got.
Hopefully you doing all right, my nigga.
Right, man. You know,
we ain't really heard nothing about you
we'll
since.
see you on the 360.
Right.
I'm going to come around.
Nigga always got the gummies, nigga.
Yeah, because I know but you always going to want something. So
I'll just say.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about what I'm doing over here, my nigga.
Checking them out like
all right.
fucking sunflower seeds.
Fam, this nigga D sent me a video clip. It was like, man, how straight men got to eat bananas in public. Niggas on like the subway. The niggas on the subway. And niggas got to looking over his shoulder and shit. And
broke
like,
that shit off, yeah.
Broke it. I was like, man, I've been out here foul. If that's the case.
I ate the last time. I even ate a banana. Pause. You can't even say it. It's just.
We in a messed up, perverse world, fam.
Excuse me. Yeah.
You're going to cough into the mic.
I was over here.
You wasn't.
I'll throw this candy at you. Shut up, nigga.
Just saying, my nigga. I'm right here and with you.
Sorry to the listeners that had to hear me cough on you like that. Here.
Yeah, man.
I'm over here about to cough again.
Right, calm down. You get your shit. You all right. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you your. You go ahead and start off with what you was just on now, so that way you don't gotta sit on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Fuck it.
Cause my shit's written down. So
We gonna celebrate. I saw something that's wild. I said it was wild. Comment to you that Jay-Z and Beyonce really been together for 20 years.
Yeah, because I remember a lot of haters were saying it was a staged marriage.
Right. They're still together, like you said, thriving, billionaires.
Thriving. Hey, man. When you can go through public discord with your loved one, not on one occasion, but more than one, when you can withstand rumors and being away from each other for months at a time due to business and schedule, to the point, I look at it, man, like he worked his schedule to where they're always together.
Right.
Even their children. Nipsey once said, bro, he was like, man, all y'all trying to do right by your lady and really trying to make it work, he said, just never exclude her. And therefore, you should probably not be with someone that you would have to do that to. You know?
But yeah, I mean, you can't even talk about a lot of public marriages of entertainers and singers and celebrities that have lasted 20 years and have lasted with barely any type of scandal other than the little lemonade joint, you know what I'm saying? Becky with the good hair. That's the only hiccup in that motherfucking relationship.
That we know of.
Yeah, real. That was the only public one. And if it was, and then like, okay, so say there was other shit. I'm glad that they're so good at keeping it private and in-house.
To me, it's about the withstanding of it.
Yeah.
Y'all still together.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what we know about y'all. You're still together. So, as long as you're still together and you're thriving.
You talking about relationship goals, nigga. They became billionaires together.
Man, they made it, dog. He said it, man. He's like, on the run tour 1, we made 200 together. Hey, peep this. Imagine having a spouse where you made $200 a day together, right? Y'all just split $100 at the end of the day.
Every day.
But imagine that growing and getting to a point where we just made $100 million in 6 months while traveling the world together
We made $100
getting passport stamps with our children.
We made $100 a piece in 6 months, and that's just off the music we did, not any other.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
Beyonce, Jay-Z did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like just their bread and butter, or what they do, which is fun and therapeutic to them as well.
Right.
Um,
Not a lot of people get to do and make millions and millions of dollars off what they love and what their talent
Not
is.
a lot of people can make music with their spouse. Let's just start there.
Couldn't tour with your spouse. You couldn't.
You know,
But that's because a lot of people is not a lot, but there's people out there's probably a lot of people out there essentially can't really stand being around their spouse that often. Some motherfuckers go to work for the break.
well, I think the example in their relationship would be the fact that since they've been together, they've been together. Like, you see them hanging out a lot. You see them enjoying. They at the game together. They on a yacht together. You see Hov at, having his guy time, and you see Beyonce with girls out with the girls and shit. But that seems like a healthy balance. Why tie yourself down to that contractual thing that is marriage if you really don't want to be around each other all the time?
All the time, exactly.
If there's a separate, hey, you don't got to have the same interest. You know what I mean?
You just got
if my spouse potentially had a disdain for something I had passion about, but she was okay with it,
right.
She just didn't want to be involved in it. I can understand that. That's respectable.
Because there might be some shit that she
right.
Like that I'm.
But you want to be with somebody that like just nigga vibe off what you vibe off of, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. We see it from the men's point of view a lot, but I be seeing Dwayne Wade and Hov. Like, they do something both that used to be considered. I've seen Will Smith do this with Jada. That used to be considered lame, like that Stedman role. Like, oh, you're holding her purse and standing off to the side at her premiere while she's taking pictures. When you see Hov doing that shit for Beyonce, how you gonna front on that?
You can.
Nigga, I'm a mega star too.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you mean, nigga? Like, they could very easily be taking pictures of me, but this my girl's moment.
Yeah, I'm a god in rap, nigga.
This her moment.
Go.
This your little first movie premiere. I'm off to the side. Hand me your purse.
I'm goated, nigga.
You know what I mean? I see Dwayne Wade hold Gabrielle Union down in that way a lot too. So it's just new things, you know what I mean? Like, if you a person that's out there getting money at that clip from those different dynamics, you need somebody that's kind of doing the same thing.
You definitely do, because in the entertainment world, you definitely have to have somebody who it makes it easier to have somebody in the same realm, as well as it makes it more difficult to have somebody in the same realm. Like he's talking about, it's all balance in the realms, because
it comes down to if you really fuck with each other.
Yeah, and that too, because
if y'all fucking with each other for a look, because she's the baddest bitch in the game, and you a hot new rapper, and it's a good look.
But when you go on tour, you love being away from that person.
Right,
You ain't supposed to be with that person.
Y'all not on no Hov and B shit.
Not at all.
One of these days, we're gonna have to take those lyrics that they didn't wrote to each other
and be
like, oh, they really meant
that shit. Yeah.
Oh, they meant that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just so happens that they both megastars, but they just found love with each other.
Right. And love that's lasting and that's genuine and real.
It's
that
a lot
wasn't
to learn
like
from
you
that.
said. Wasn't them haters saying, "Oh, they're together for for the paparazzi pictures."
Imagine that,
like the
status that Beyonce had already achieved. Right.
The status that Hov already achieved.
And a lot of people, a lot of Hov haters will bring, marrying Beyonce is what separated him.
No, it isn't.
I'm like, no,
business separated him.
His business acumen, the
way he presents himself.
It's his talent.
Sean
it's his
Carter and
Jay-Z.
Yeah,
it's his package. It's
different.
Everything is
he's different. Let's talk about how different he is. People are modeling their business models after what Jay-Z did. No, he said he was about to say it wasn't.
Oh.
We can tell if it is. If that green shit isn't doing shit,
I'm just double checking, man. Hey, I thought we was live, but
yeah, Jay-Z separated himself just off his business mind, nigga. People are
and they started from the streets. All right, quick story. Back to that shit that he was going through with his boy DeHaven.
That verse.
One of those was crazy, right? But one of the things back to that, right? It said when him and DeHaven was out there getting millions of dollars in the streets.
He said, "All I know
hold on,
violence.
Right? All I respect is violence, nigga.
Like,
at this point, nigga, I done heard it all, been it all, nigga. What you doing?
Right.
You bringing it to me or not, nigga?
Like,
right?
I was like,
hey, but the thing that got me is one of the nigga that grew up that was hustling with them. He was telling a tale. He was like, yeah, they was kind of the two peas in the same pot with one exception. He said, discipline. He said, man, this nigga Hove had money to buy his own chains. And DeHaven would go shopping and just come back to the hood with a $300,000 chain and give it to Hove like, yo, nigga, I copped you this because I know your cheap ass ain't going to buy nothing.
But I ain't cheap.
Right.
I'm keeping my money until I know
Well,
this
shit has a means to an end, fam. Like,
right.
this ain't no, I don't have a Fortune 500 job. And a lot of these hustlers and shit that was making this money start believing that they was legitimate businessmen without making themselves
a legitimate business. Right.
Right.
Like, nigga, you can't be legitimate without a business in your
And
fucking
fam,
name.
like,
It don't
so
work.
Another thing that he pointed out, he said, man, when they was doing their thing, they went down, headed down south, which is south from the East Coast. Nigga, they was going to like D.C. and all that shit.
Right.
And like, he said, man, we out there, we bubbling, we're killing shit, making a lot of money. He said, and DeHaven is bringing niggas from New York, New Jersey that he know. Yeah, I'm putting you on something. I got a team. He want all these niggas to be under him.
Right.
He's trying to be this boss. And whereas nigga Hove went and got 2 workers, nigga, that get it like him, and only had 2 niggas under him. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show you there. It's the same thing like with him and Dame. When Dame was wilding out, lack of discipline, blowing money on jets and this and that, and he separated himself from that. Like, nah, you go bubble up, you go do those felonious ideas with your money. Dame is still rich.
No, he's still rich, but he's not.
He's not
where
Jay-Z rich.
Right, he's not where he could have been if he had that Jay-Z discipline.
But then again, like if you look at Dame, and this is the unfairness that he gets with Dame's talent, he's overachieved. Right. Dame ain't no fucking rapper. He can't go write no bars, nigga. He's not a movie star actor. This nigga done directed movies, starred in movies.
Yeah, you're right.
Been on records like that went platinum. Like so he's getting royalty checks too, and he's getting. And he has Dame Dash, the network and the film and all that stuff. He's doing his shit is kind of like Flea's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Original content, things like that. So, I respect it, man. I respect it.
And then
I think they're both where they probably should be. Dame burned a lot of bridges on their way to being at the top. And those interns that you shitted on and treated like they had to behove to Harlem street rules and punked on them and bullied them in the office, made it a dreadful place for them to come with their Ivy League education, right? Or their college degree.
Them niggas shutting the door on you
now they're big dog.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, who's pitching that project?
Oh, that nigga?
Who's your manager? Was it Casanova or was it? It was somebody that was young and popping, and it wasn't a East Coast. Well, no, it wasn't Casanova because it wasn't a New Yorker. It was a kid from like the South or the Midwest that was popping. I can't remember who it was at the time, but Dame was managing him, and he was blowing up under Dame, and got a multi-million-dollar deal that Dame basically negotiated. But they was just like they got him at the back door, like here go an extra $500,000, nigga. We not fucking with him. Oh, dog, you know who it was?
Who?
It was Currency. And the fucked up thing is, that's why Currency's ascension didn't happen the same way Wiz's did.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking with Dame. Dame was keeping him neck to neck with Wiz. He was doing these things. He was blowing up. He was on the come up. And then he got stagnated because he took that little extra, allegedly took some little extra bread.
Got rid of Dame.
Cut Dame out.
Yeah.
And now you in one of those deals where it's like you putting projects out, they're not pushing them. And if you do get a hit record, they're going to throw another rapper from their artist pool on it, and they're gonna kind of in essence take it from you. Like they got you for what they wanted you and saw you as. Right. And what Dame taught and what Hove preaches is they don't have the right to do that, nor do they have the talent or the vision to do that. I think every label in New York City turned that dude down.
Yep.
Every label. When you're a rapper in New York City, you can go and represent yourself to every label at that time. Now it's labels that's birthed in the South that's always going to be in the South. You got to go out there and try to get on if you want to get on with that label. Right. But for the most part, every label that was doing and dealing in rap music had an office on a stretch block in New York City where you can press up 100 demos, and by the end of the day, every A&R in the industry has at least has received my record. I don't know if they've heard it.
They've received it. They have.
But they got it.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time. If you know you nice, niggas would just sit back and kick their feet up. Put out mixtapes. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm just waiting for that call. You know what I mean? The game is different now. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, I was looking at the comments on the internet, man, the kid DeHaven, he was saying, the kid, logic kicks in. And a lot of cats in our culture, like, because they come from the street, they have a heart. Whack is like that. Whack 100, man, I heard him in the room, and, like, it was a lot of industry bigwigs in there. So he didn't really, like, he wasn't trying to punk on nobody, or these is niggas that can stop money coming in.
Fast.
Right? And so
right,
he was in his right. And so he was in his lane. This was an industry room. So everybody was being respectful to each other. They was really just talking shit and giving some game. Right? Which was I like whacking that element. You feel me? So I was listening.
Whack does have game.
I was
give,
right.
You know
I was listening to him in that element. Like, okay, I'm listening to all these cats.
We just write him off because of the whole Tekashi shit. But he's got
that's
game
not,
to give.
I
don't write him off. I write him off because he's a troll.
I write a lot. I don't even want to get into that right now. That's not what this is about. Right. But like, Son was giving some game, and a lot of other people was. These are all cats that have broke a lot of bread in the industry, right? And he started referencing West Coast Pyru blood politics and why this ain't right and this ain't, and they all just started laughing at him. You know what I mean? Well, and my boy Florida Matt is right. In today's era, like, you would be kind of silly unless you're doing it like Nipsey did it, where you done had a run of almost 10 years independent, made yourself a millionaire independently, and the only thing that's keeping you from being at the Grammys and receiving awards and taking your career to the next superstardom level is the lack of connection to the major, what is it, merry-go-round, if you would, the major circuit. So when he got his deal, they couldn't shortchange him. I don't need you. When you're negotiating from a position of strength, yeah, you could use these labels and make good business with them and make a lot of money, right? And promotion, relationships, features, access, all that. However, if it's perceived that they need you, I'll give you a lower level cat, Filthy Rich. The reason why Filthy Rich has not really received a major deal is because when he goes in there, they pitch the deal that they're pitching the rapper off the street, like, we're gonna make you a star. And it's like, nigga, no, I walked in here with a fucking AP on, and I got a Maybach outside. I got my own clothing line. I got this. I own a record label. I got this. And they know that when you deal with a young man like him, you have to cut a certain amount of check. And sometimes they don't want to do that. There's enough young black men out there that will take that 360 with a $80,000 advance and a shopping spree and a Maybach and a condo that's not in their name. You know what I mean?
And get taken and give
come on, fam. And so, and you can't fault all rappers because some rappers, bro, like, they're in those situations where, nigga, that's $1 billion to them.
Yeah, they can move some.
And a lot of them niggas is gonna take that 80,000 and flip it in all type of ways, not just illegally. You know what I'm saying?
Buy a business and start a clothing line,
start do whatever or invest back in their music.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so, it's just a play by ear type game. Like, this podcasting shit is new, bro. Like, we signed a deal early. We signed the deal not realizing that when we signed a deal, okay, well, you can't do all the shit that we doing now, this Facebook Live and jumping up on YouTube and giving out free content. And our lesson was the deal, it was flattering and it was cool, but let's build something first. So that way, if we do decide to do another exclusivity deal, we got a fan base to follow us over to that entity. Instead of, like, building a fan base on another person's entity and having to leave it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we almost did.
Exactly.
That's what exactly. And we just shortchanged it. We don't know what our fan base would be like right now.
Nobody knows for the fucking when you start. That's the beauty of it. You know, unless you got a Joe Budden sitting next to you, or like somebody of that stature or that polarizing, you're not doing 350. $2 million out the gate.
No,
this is a bricklayer, what do they call it? Brick and mortar joint, man. We stacking bricks over here to get where we trying to get to. It's not an easy way. Um, in terms of like the last thing I'll say, just finishing up because we were talking about labels and shit like that. I just want to reiterate, man. Like it's all about you get what you negotiate. If you sit at that table with any record exec,
You better start high.
and you can convince them why they need to sign you versus letting their competitor sign you, you can have whatever you want. However, if you don't have that, you're a fool to sit with them.
Yeah, we need that Elon Musk tweet one time.
Because they're going to either build you. Hey, damn, that's a fact, bro.
that shit be over. We will be.
I might start harassing Elon. Like,
watch
for
an
real.
episode one time and be on, nigga.
I already know how to do it. I'm about to just do a whole scientific thesis that's ass wrong and tag him in it. Like, man, ask Elon. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll vouch for me. He'll, nigga, even if he tweet our shit to shreds, nigga, like,
We don't want it. No, I don't want that.
negative or positive, he gonna get us popping. For real. He that dude. Hey, man, let's talk. Right, let's get on Elon. Let's highlight this. Let's talk about him for a minute. Hold on, we're gonna get to the show. Let's talk about Elon for a second. Why? The problem I have with cats like him is I gotta see these cats brag about going out of space and
Right.
doing all this special, cool, like Iron Man, Tony Stark type shit.
Shit we could never, ever fathom.
Where the fuck are y'all at when New Orleans is popping again, all over again? Like, I be seeing little natural disasters that we see coming.
Right.
We prepared for this shit for a week. Like, y'all ain't got no cool shit to, like, help that.
Blow that.
I'm not even talking about the natural aspects of it. That's going to happen.
Right.
But, like, you don't got no, like, reinforced homes for, like, people that live in that I'm just saying, like, you don't got no tech, nigga, that'll just put a little bubble up over a house or something. Like, what are y'all doing, really? And, like, I'm tired of us, like, championing these people as, like, oh, they're great for mankind. But what do these niggas give us? They give us cars that, like, you know, Teslas is dope.
The car could drive itself and all
That's dope. But they give us shit that's kind of remedial in the scheme of things. Like, fam, I would like you to use some of them billions and some of that brilliance to, like, solve, like, man-made issues. Like,
Right.
what can we do to yield some of this global warming?
Some of this homelessness.
And yeah, fam, you niggas is going out of space to pretend like y'all NASA.
$250,000 a trip.
To pretend like y'all NASA, and it's like, fam, okay, honestly,
We got NASA already.
$17 billion will eradicate a lot of homelessness.
Hold on, tell me something.
And I'm just saying they can
gotta
make that
answer
kind
this
of money.
question
They don't
to me.
got to give that kind of money.
You got to answer this question to me now. First, it was just NASA going to space, right? How we got 3 other just companies that now can take a nigga to space? How does that make sense, bro?
You know why?
Like,
You know why?
why?
Capitalism.
Dead ass.
Somebody retires from NASA. They know all the tricks. They know who to hire.
Nah, Musk put his shit together
But hold on.
with his little team.
Who do you think is the team's assembled of? You don't think nobody at his team
It might
like
have been
this far?
South African, because he's South
Hold on.
African.
You don't think anybody from Elon Musk's team worked at NASA?
Yeah, they had to. You right. Air traffic, the controllers.
All
type
that
of
shit.
You right. You right.
Russian space station, one of them.
It's got to be Russia, China.
You worked for
or,
somebody.
America, you're right.
You know,
Because you has to be somebody who's been to space
Fam.
before.
or you're some like type. You're Air Force, high grade Air Force.
Mhm.
Because the Air Force be going out of space a lot too.
They
They just
do.
don't be telling us, nigga.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers probably be having a whole galactic war we don't know about.
That just takes me back to niggas not ever going to the moon type shit.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Now that I'm reversing my stance on that.
You think we did?
I now think we went to the moon.
Why? America would have been back. Okay, why? Okay, tell me this.
Because
Okay,
I heard a
fuck
theory of why we
America.
didn't go back, and it made sense to me.
Fuck America. Fuck just America. Why did Russia and China not ever go? They can go.
Because we told them motherfuckers as humans, like, yo, don't go up there.
Why? What'd you hear?
So, okay, it was what? 3 of them that went up there?
yeah,
2 walked on the moon, right?
right.
1,
Stayed in the ship.
the nigga that stayed in the ship,
Mm-hmm.
you know what he said
What?
before he yerked and they got up out of here? He said the niggas got ran off the moon, nigga, and got attacked.
Oh yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah.
Everybody go look it up. That's his story. That's why.
Everything-
And listen to me. That's why he's not famous. That's why he should be one of the most famous humans in the world, and he is technically when you think about what he's a part of.
But he's not.
But I can't even think of his name. I know Neil Armstrong
Right.
because Neil
Buzz
Armstrong.
Aldrin.
And you know what they did? You know what they did? Never told that story.
Could you imagine getting chased by something on the
But
moon?
Neil Armstrong in his later years alluded to like, no, man, something wasn't crazy.
Could you imagine that?
No. Hell no.
And there's
Because,
no
dog,
gravity, you can't run.
fam, I don't want, look, I can't even 100% say that I'm not afraid of flying. Because every time I've been getting on planes since I was a little bitty boy. And I had to do that because I'm from the other side of the country. But at the same time, it's like every time I'm on there, I've never just been comfortable on that shit. That's why I be telling people, like, you think that you really just going to get on a private jet and just watch TV and a movie like you in the living room? To me, I don't care what you put in there.
I'm going to be watching it, but doing this the whole time.
I'm always going to be looking, like, out that window, like, nigga, making sure, like I'm some kind of air traffic controller or mechanic. Nigga, I always be expecting to, like, wings and shit, like.
You see a little, I be looking like and seeing like how rusted and shit the wing is, and all the
Fam.
black spots. Be like, hey, that's cool. Like,
Fam,
that
I
ain't
be
need to
doing
replaced.
all that. I be looking at all that. I be like, hey, I've literally like told a story this one time. Like, hey, I think they should look at that. She just dead ass looked at me and laughed. Like, I'll let everyone know. I'm like, hey, man, hey, before we take off,
right.
they should check that out. That one don't look like that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, because in my silly brain, I'm like, maybe I'm the one that caught it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not all these people that inspect this shit professionally, nigga, before this shit even get passengers on it. Maybe I'm the one that spotted something. Like, I don't know about that wing right there.
Dog,
Nigga.
hey, I do the same shit, bro. You look at the jet engine, you be like, it's a little just charred around there a little too much for me. It look like
Fam,
it ain't firing right.
I'm telling you, dog. Flying into Philadelphia is the worst ever. Because, fam, New York is wild too. But I don't think niggas realize, like, bro, I was flying into Philly one. We was flying into Philly. And we hooking around, bro. And we coming, like, we go, like, right through the city.
Oh, fuck.
And, dog,
It's
I'm
one
like,
of those where you fly through the city to
yeah,
the airport?
yeah, bro, it's
New
like,
York
you
is
kind of
weird.
like, and like kind of how New York is, like, nigga, look it up. Everybody that can hear my voice, go Google plane crashes.
Miami's
Hold on.
kinda like
Plane
that.
crashes into New York City building. Like, y'all, not the Twin Towers, nigga. Like,
No, regular apartment building.
fam, this shit.
Miami's like
It's
that,
a lady that in Upper Manhattan has had her apartment hit by a plane twice. And both times she was happened to be walking her dog, nigga, and just came home, seen firemen and all that shit, smoke like, oh man, not again.
If
Niggas
I
in,
gotta say not again, I'm
niggas then
bullshitting,
clipped
nigga.
her
That's
apartment,
like,
bro. And that's what I'm saying. So like, I know that story already. So I'm on a plane, and I remember just the little visor thing was down because it was during the daytime when I first got on it. And I remember like it was, you know, you go in a different time zone. You go to a different time zone. Bro, I opened that shit, and I dead ass seen a lady just in her kitchen cooking.
Niggas said, oh,
Like, no, I mean, we weren't gonna hit nothing, but like,
it's still enough to open the
but
window
the
and
line
see,
of sight,
but-
because we were at like a angle, we were at a weird ass angle, we were like flying in this way, and where my seat was, I was just cocked, and I remember as soon as I opened it, I could just dead ass like. I probably even made eye contact with this woman if she could see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely looked at her like, because I was looking at her like, man, you live in a crazy ass spot. Like, I always thought I wanted a dope ass high rise apartment.
You see that type of shit.
But when I was like, nigga, I don't, what? And you the last cat to get down.
Yeah. And don't let something hit in the middle.
Fam, me and this nigga, when we was in Florida, bro, we went to this club downtown Yarborough. This old section used to be Cuban territory. They got these old ass fucking Spanish style, Italian style buildings. And we're at this club that's like a level club. It might even be called club level. It has mad shit. Like mad. It's like 7 clubs in one building. But it's all one club. But each floor, nigga, is literally got his own dance floor, DJ booth, and then each DJ is playing some totally different shit. And you can just make your way up and down the club all night. The very top floor is Afro beats, you know what I'm saying, hip-hop, reggae, shit like that. Dog, you got to go down to get out. It's literally one way in,
One way out.
one way out.
So if niggas even ran up
Hold
in
on,
there
fam.
shooting, it's
Hold
all
on, fam.
bad.
Now, obviously, we don't know this. We're tourists.
Right.
The end of the night happens. We're loaded. It's a great time. Beautiful women everywhere.
Till you time to leave.
Bro, we're in line to go down these stairs. I damn near had a panic attack, bro. I'm like, hey, what's going on, fam? Why are we standing here? And the girl looked up. She's like, this is the worst part. I was like, wait, this is normal?
This is
Nigga, we were in the hallway
this is normal.
on the stairs for like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, nah. I would have.
Bro, I can't believe I didn't go.
Bad, bro.
You know how I've been going.
Yeah,
I can't believe I didn't go crazy in there, dog. Like just crazy, like. But it just ended up being fun because they was just a good vibe and everybody was in there making jokes and kicking it, and it was just nobody was rushing. Like it was weird, bro. Like I just couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, man, that's a weird spot. Like I know that personally in a lot of other places that would have turned into a stampede because people would have just panicked, like, yo, why are we still in here? I went back up to the roof. I'm looking for other ways down and shit. Like, my little ass. I'm like, nigga, I will scale this shit. I'm not going back in there. And went back in there. I'm like, the line that went down a little bit. It's just like a herd. And we're literally, nobody's behind us. Fam. There's nobody behind us, bro. By halfway through, we fire up. Fuck that. We in Florida, they ain't really friendly. We don't fuck that. We firing up. And he's looking like, oh, these things wild. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, this crazy.
This is wild.
Yeah, man. It took us stupid long to get out the club.
That's just like New Year's Eve, nigga, in the parking
On
garage.
a fucking Tuesday or Wednesday night. And I'm like, man, that's crazy.
She said this is the worst place. This is normal.
Right. I know, Florida. I'm not shitting on y'all, man. I know it's medically legal, and I know everybody because we was blowing down there. We was blowing tree bomb, and Menzel's out there, and he definitely he ain't complained about it. So I know that.
All right, what we got, man?
What did you have? You the one that looked up some shit that you wanted to jump and throw on the top of the show. So go ahead and knock that out.
Story, so
But
that's the one we went with, the Jay-Z and Beyonce thing.
You didn't want to talk about the nigga owning the Broncos potentially and all that shit. You said you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, but then we gotta talk about Jeff Bezos too.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. This is about this is our shit. We don't gotta add him in the story.
With a passion, nigga.
So no.
About Jay-Z. Okay, so there's a good chance that shit is fucking. You always got the shit with something in it.
Hey
Anyway.
man, don't worry about what I'm bringing over here. You always eat the shit. Shut up.
It's just on my
This
hand.
nigga always asking, well, let me get one of them. Nigga, all right.
Jay-Z is a prospect who owned the Denver Broncos with I think 3 other investors that are gonna put in on it, and he's going up against Jeff Bezos to own the team.
We're getting there, Matt.
Fuck Connor and MJG. Anyway, if he does get it, he will be the first black owner in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, I hope he does get it. Bro. If Jeff Bezos gets the fucking Broncos, bro, I'll be pissed.
It's gonna say a lot. I think that.
Because he can outright own it.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't need an investor.
No, he's rich as shit. Just like a lot of them owners. It's big boys. It's the big boy table right
Fuck
here.
it. Yeah, it is, bro. Billions.
Yeah, man. It'll be dope. But I got MGK in the Conor McGregor fight.
You think so with the way Conor McGregor going down right now?
I've just last couple fights I've just seen this thing get knocked out a couple times. I'm like, bro, I don't know.
And broke his fucking foot.
MGK got that crazy white boy swag, nigga. He ain't scared of nobody.
But MGK little though.
No, he's not. He's like 6'5".
No. I'm talking about like body wise.
So is Conor McGregor is little. Conor McGregor is like 5'9", 5'8", 175 or something like that. Nigga, he ain't big. He just look big in there with
McGregor's
Floyd.
I mean, not McGregor. MGK is tall.
MGK might fuck around and beat the shit out of Conor McGregor.
He's 170, so yeah, he is small.
But because this is the thing though. When you think MMA fighter, you be like, man, I don't know. They can just break your leg. They can do all this. Everybody in the MMA is not so skilled at everything.
No, but even in the street fight, they could break your leg.
But you can break their leg in a street fight too.
Right.
Cause
I'm talking about an everyday nigga could break your leg in a street fight.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it sounds asinine what I'm saying, but I'm just saying if them niggas was just in the alley fighting,
Yeah,
it's gonna look good. Connor's gonna, be like, but if nigga, I'm still on your ass.
Yep.
Throw you against this wall, nigga, and then come through, nigga, and hit you with this pole, nigga, that's right there, nigga. And,
yeah, that's
hey, bro,
right.
we fighting.
Yeah, we're fighting. Street fight's different. Yeah, it's not no MMA ring where there's rules.
So, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is different in the street. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Denver's popping. If you get out to Denver, let me know. And if you get to Atlanta, let me know, too. I got cousins in Atlanta. You good either way. You good either way, my guy. But, yeah, man, let's get to it. All right? We got something light. Switching on. Fam, I'm going to need the Democratic Party to clear the swamp.
Real shit.
This nigga Joe Manchin is not a Democrat. I'm tired of something playing us. Here it is, a $3.5 trillion bill that's going to do things like upgrade dental and vision and Medicaid and Medicare.
We need that.
Everybody's on board with this. It's going to add child care, you know what I'm saying, into a lot of these social service programs and shit like that. It's going to this infrastructure bill allows the push, the way it's written, to move towards a new world. Like a lot of our cleaner energy, better work weeks, higher pay,
more jobs,
like
better benefits, better health care,
better quality of life, less
yeah.
stresses. And the rich people that get rich off, us being in this, they
they
don't like that. And then you got these guys like Joe Manchin that's supposed to be a Democrat, right?
Mm-hmm.
He represents a bunch of poor people. And, he's getting millions of dollars from the very companies that stand to lose billions of dollars if this bill is passed.
Right.
And the thing is, we got to stop looking at it like they stand to lose billions. It's just making them spend their money more honorably.
Right.
If you're making trillions of dollars, nigga, nobody should be working at your company for under $25 an hour. Let's call a spade a spade. We're a workman's country.
Yeah.
It's supposedly a blue-collar country. Right? And everybody likes to make believe they worked their ass off for what they got, and they had to go hard for it. So if that's true, fam, how do you justify making trillions of dollars, making billions of dollars, and paying motherfuckers the minimum wage or a few dollars over it?
Right. And not paying your fair share of taxes.
You know what I'm saying? How do you justify
how do you justify not helping the quality of life for everybody when it wouldn't even put a dent in your pocket, the 1%?
And this is my thing. I'm a proud capitalist.
Right.
I'm not naive. Shit. I don't care that you don't want to help everybody.
Right.
What I'm saying is you can't be a billionaire in America. Man, my construction one of the construction instructors at my apprenticeship told me, said, Akeem, you can't be a billionaire in this country by yourself. He said, okay, you build Amazon. What roads do you use to deliver your product? Hey, when you're transporting shit from all over the world, what military keeps it safe? There's 18-year-old kids from Flint, Michigan that don't got clean fucking water that protects Amazon product.
Right.
You can't tell me that like some billionaire that thought of a company scheme is more beholden than all of the millions of employees that make him a billionaire.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we applaud these dudes? Because they do shit that they want to do. Like, oh, I've always wanted to go out of space.
That's cool. Fuck you.
Nah, man. Like, how are we gonna like recover some of these cities that's been ravaged by natural disasters?
Louisiana's
right?
fucked right now What we doing for that?
Hey, what are we
About
gonna do to
power
stop
us
some
out
of these
for a whole
fires?
month. Right? Yeah, the Caldor fires.
So hold on, I get it. You can robotically, right? And that's what they're doing this shit in places like New York and major cities. You got Amazon droning shit to your house. Little shit just buzzing in the air, bringing you a package, some shoes and some shit.
Yep.
They can't be bringing waters and supplies to firemen.
Exactly.
Have you heard any of that? Have you heard of like those drones dropping off like key instrumental things to our men and women out there in war torn countries, nigga, fighting to so-called liberate people?
Right, but Amazon got it.
It's just who we like. Sometimes, man, the people that we uplift and like put on these pedestals and call great men and women.
They're not any of that.
What are you really doing?
Right.
Like Jeff Bezos truly reminds me of Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying?
Difference is he ain't made the difference.
Not yet.
His world, right.
Not yet, but for every great these are the type of men and women that I think the like humanity like depends on, right? So you have like, if Jeff Bezos, bro, what's another one, man? That's like a gazillionaire, billionaire type person.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, old boy from Virgin, right?
Richard Branson.
Sir Richard Branson.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
The nigga who Bill Gates fucks with.
And etc. People of that ilk.
Warren Buffett.
They can clean our politics up like that.
Mm-hmm. Just by
The way these cats buy politicians to allow the lifting of restrictions, to allow their scientists to use things that might be deemed illegal or harmful, or not non-FDA approved or things like that. They could do the same thing to get racial profiling bills passed, or anti-lynching bill passed, or protect Roe versus Wade, right? But no, they're chilling. They're chilling. Hey, look at me, I'm going to space.
Yeah.
In my new toy that I built, and you gotta pay me $250,000. I'll let you go. I'll give you a ride in it. That's what's happening. Hey, I got a new toy that none of you fuckers have ever seen, and you're too stupid to ever duplicate it. You don't have the genius, the moxie, or the infrastructure, or the resources I had to do this. Give me $250,000 and I'll let you experience it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at. It's only a matter of time for one of those dudes we named and try to run for president.
Fuck. It's gonna be Bezos. Musk can't.
Right.
Buffett's too old, and Bill Gates would never.
But Joe Manchin, fossil fuel industry plant. Man's getting millions of dollars from the fossil fuel industry. Meets with an Exxon official every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one stalling up the $3.5 trillion budget bill being passed.
Jesus Christ.
Of the infrastructure bill. That puts people to work, man. Those are good jobs when people hold those signs and tell you to slow down construction zone.
Yep.
Construction jobs. All type of infrastructure things. Education boost. School equipments, things like that, man. It's a necessary thing, but we got to pay attention to that, man, moving forward. Dan Sir is your guy. You know who this is?
The nigga who fucking implanted chains into his fucking head.
So you do know him.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, some fucking. That's what the fuck.
Talk about it, King.
What the
What's going on out here?
fuck are we doing, bro? Like, I don't like the did it first culture is getting out of hand, my nigga.
The look at me culture.
The look at me, I did it first. Let's put it together. The look
Right.
at me, I did it first culture. We got niggas walking on crates and shit. This shit gotta stop, bro. Like, just the fucking outrageousness of some of the shit that like goes on. Like, who the fuck wakes up like, hey, What plastic surgeon can I hit to put these fucking 28 chains all in? Nigga, I'm not going through that. You know how much pain that is when you wake up? And think about the pool. Like, that's chains. That's gold and shit. This shit ain't
You
just
see the
fucking,
diamonds and shit, like,
yeah,
bro, like,
come on, bro. That ain't little shit. What the fuck is wrong with people, bro? Like, that's really what I need. Like, what the fuck are we doing these days, dog?
yeah,
It's
man,
like,
you're right, bro. Cause
look at me. I'm doing it first. Shit is getting old, bro. And he's bragging like I did it first. Soldier Boy can't have this or something. So, nigga, Soldier Boy's dumb, but Soldier ain't doing that. Nigga.
Soldier Boy dumb. He ain't stupid, nigga.
There you go. Exactly.
That little boy is a self-made millionaire
Right.
in a country that hates him.
Right. He ain't
Like,
stupid.
Little dude is like from somewhere in Latin America,
He's
right?
Mexican. He's from Mexico or some shit.
Oh.
Or they said Latino, so he could be anything from down there.
But is he from the States?
Yeah, he's just Latino. So he's got, not to say that all Latinos Mexican, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
I'm not. He's Latino.
He's Latinx, actually. If we're being accurate,
Why?
because that's what their thing is
What does that
for
mean?
the younger people, like Generation X type shit. Latinx is what they consider themselves.
That's not why they say it, though, is it?
I think so. No, not like generate. I don't think, but it's what they consider the younger generation of Latinos.
But why did they add the X? There's no explanation for it?
There is. I just don't know what it is personally. I just know it refers to the younger.
Well, shit, man. I fuck with my Latino brothers and sisters. I'll give them a quick Google search. It's worth it to be accurate. See what Latinx means.
But this implanting shit into our shit, that whole Lil Uzi putting the pink fucking diamond. You see, he almost lost it at a festival. In
Not
the crowd.
almost. It got stolen by some fans. He admitted it.
And he got it. They said he got it back though.
I don't know if he got it back.
$27 million.
Allegedly.
If it's a real pink diamond, that carat wise, like you said, alleged. But if it is, that is worth 27. Natural pink diamond.
Okay. Think of the term Hispanic tied to the Spanish language. Hispanic includes Brazilians,
Right.
who predominantly speak Portuguese. Latino is tied to a geographical region, much of what was colonized by Spain. Latinx is a more progressive term that is gender neutral.
That's what.
Right.
So for the youngers, that younger crowd made it. I guess I should have said.
Fam, that just confused the fuck out of me,
Right.
bro. Shout out to my Latins and my Latinxes. But I need somebody from the culture to really holler at your boy, man, and break that down for me.
I think it's kind of like the LGBTQ thing. Like, there's so many pronouns now. It's just confusing now that what we're trying to add to certain things. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's on no, like...
To me, I think it goes deeper. I think it's like it's getting to that one world, one culture, one religion
Right.
shit. And I don't think that's the beauty of humanity.
It's
They're
not.
all bugs and animals don't act the same.
Right. No, it's not.
They all respect each other to a
Could
degree.
you imagine, though? You just, like, made me open my mind about some shit. I don't know where it came from. But I'm glad you said what you said, because it's going to blow your mind a little bit, too, when you, like, make you think about this. Could you imagine if humans acted like animals?
Nigga, that's what I mean, hey, bro.
If we ate other humans, hunted other, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not the thing, though. Most animals,
Or not cannibals. If we
they hunt other species.
right. But not
They
like
live
with
off the land.
guns and shit. Like, if we really was out here, like,
Well,
caveman running down shit. Could you imagine?
Whoa.
We did at one point, but, like...
No. We did not. That's not our
Well,
ancestors
not
didn't
run
do
down,
it.
but we...
Our
ain't
ancestors
nobody running
weren't
down no
cavemen.
cheater, no.
But what I'm saying is that, like, if you the beauty of humanity, or the maybe even the evil of humanity, is that, hey, I don't have claws and fangs that can compete with that lion. But the reason why that motherfucker don't want to deal with me is because I can construct different contractions to harm it, encapsulate it, and nigga, they've seen me wear its hide before. You ain't never seen no lion, nigga, wear your shit, nigga, to keep warm, nigga.
Yeah.
So we different. That's what makes us different. Is the fact that we can make tools.
Yeah.
Is the fact that we can devise a plan and scheme and work together and be like, yo, in that way. Most animals do.
Yeah.
I think all animals do. Honestly,
Wolves,
the culture
like
coming, the way I was raised,
lions.
the way I was brought into this world, man, and taught about this earth around me, I've never thought that humans were more intelligent than animals. That's not from the culture in which I come from.
We just have the thumbs and the communication and the fucking to be able to construct the things that we do.
Humans have a natural God complex that other species of the earth simply don't have. Antelope ain't trying to be fucking lions. And they're not trying to devise a plan to take what lions got from lions.
We try to figure out how to survive in that where they're at.
Right. And it's a certain thing that everybody does here. Like, humans is the only species that takes from the earth and don't constantly give it back. There's a lot of people that do. But those people are the people that usually get their land taken for the resources.
Yep.
Those people are the people that usually end up in some kind of slaves trade or some shit like that. Are forced on a reservation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that, like, as humans, bro, like, our species will fall eventually because of this. It's like we were saying the other day, like, motherfuckers can cure ailments and send shit to the moon and other places and do all these things, right?
But we can't eradicate homelessness.
We can't eradicate racism and homelessness and sexism.
Redlining.
Why is that? How come we can't eradicate those three things in thousands of years of coexisting with each other? Mm-hmm. Men are always shitting on women. You know what I mean? There's always some form of racism, classism, right? Just disparity. Why? And there's always going to be people that don't have enough to eat or no shelter. And there's always going to be people that have more than enough that don't give a fuck about those people. Yeah. Just thought it was weird.
Motherfuckers throwing out expired food and all that shit, but we can't eradicate homelessness. Stores do the same shit. Just think about how much waste a grocery store has.
Capitalism.
You feel me?
Because what happens is, nigga, all the bureaucracy shit happens. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when I'm a young boy working at the movie theaters, I can't give these homeless people a big bag of popcorn that I've just popped 30 minutes ago.
It's closed
right? Shit's still warm, and they hungry as fuck. I can't give it to them. You trying to fire me over it because they can choke on a kernel and sue us.
Mm-hmm. You guys, Dunkin' Donuts will throw away all them donuts and shit and then lock the trash can.
Hey, man. That's crazy. That's evil to me.
That's very evil, bro.
The locking of the trash can makes it evil. Throwing them away, okay, then everybody got their little thing, right? And Americans throw away more food than anybody on earth. We're the only poor people that have multiple cars and things like that, right? But when you lock the freaking trash can to make sure no one can go in there and eat scraps out of the trash.
Fuck scraps. You're talking a day's worth of donuts, nigga.
Fam, I'm saying scraps out of the trash because, nigga, hey, somebody wiped their ass on a piece of toilet paper. It's in that same trash.
Yeah, but
somebody spit on some shit and it's in the same trash. So when I'm saying scraps, I'm not talking about the actual pieces of
like big ass bags.
Yeah, bro. I know that. I know. I'm just saying, like,
come on, bro.
That's where we at with it. You know what I mean? I feel like all that shit should be drove into a neutral location.
All that food.
Look, bro, let me show you how genius I am. You take all the food that's getting thrown away from our fast food and restaurants. At the end of the day, a designated person drops it off at a certain drop. It gets inspected. Yep. It then goes to another spot. That every are you handing that to me? Yep. That every homeless and free person and person of need can then go to, nigga, and grab something to eat.
It'd be meals.
I know.
It wouldn't be they would be giving out bags of food where a nigga could eat for a week. Think about all the food these fast food restaurants got throw away and shit because they get an order wrong or some shit like that.
Dog, I know.
Dog, I was at a fucking barbecue restaurant.
I was a youngster that worked at McDonald's.
I was at a barbecue restaurant the other day with Tori and them, right? And They didn't. The dude didn't. Like the couple was like, "Oh, this shit's gross." All you hear him complaining the whole time. This nigga had a whole thing of fucking ribs. Nigga ate one rib out of a whole slab. Nigga that worked there was like, "Nigga, box that up. Nigga, fuck you mean we throwing that away?" And it's like niggas are too proud to do shit like that. Like nigga, he was like, "Nigga, y'all could eat all. Nigga,
Well,
I'm
that's
about
the
to
thing.
eat. Nigga, fuck is you talking
He
about?"
has the option to do that, and that's cool. But nigga, he has a job too.
Right.
He can go buy his own food.
But I'm saying,
A person,
if he didn't do, my point was, if he didn't do that,
it was
they
going
would
to
threw that
trash.
shit away.
Of course. Yeah, it's foul.
I think if I owned a restaurant, it would be a policy. Like, at the end of the day, you give everything that's left over. You keep all the shit.
Well,
that's
this is
sent
the
back,
thing.
Everything. Because if you gotta think about it, if you're the person, it's overhead anyway. You're losing. You're
No, but
throwing all that shit away.
you're missing the point. It's elected officials. It's bureaucracy.
Yeah,
The bureaucracy of it.
bullshit.
It's the fact that you're not going to get the insurance you need
Yep.
because you're doing that.
Yep.
I'm not going to insure you because somebody ain't going to go eat some shit, get sick off of it, and then be like,
Sue the
"Oh,
fuck
I
out
ate
of
some
you."
Applebee's," nigga. And that's what happened. I mean, to me, you'll think that there's loopholes for everything. Just make sure you don't have any labeling on the food left.
Right.
Right?
Or leave it like across the street from your restaurant.
You know, it's just
in a
like
bag.
that. They should just have a drop spot for it.
Yep. Like, yeah, exactly. You got designated drop spot for clothes for homeless people, for all that shit. The Lions Club, little drop boxes, everything. Why can't have another for like food at the end of the day?
Because unfortunately, though, playing both sides of it, can't die from clothes.
That's true.
Can't die from niggas somebody smelly old gym shoes. And nigga, somebody can give you some shit and be evil minded
Yeah.
and hate your black ass, hate your Hispanic ass, hate your little poor white ass,
That you're just poor.
and just be like, "Fuck you, you should die." Like, you know what I mean? And put some fucking rat poison in it, and you feed it to your kids because you don't have no money.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You know what I
didn't
mean?
even think that side
So
of
it's
it.
like,
Yeah,
I
you
get
can't
it.
even trust motherfuckers.
I get it. It's just a fucked up situation, bro. Like,
It's just
we
fucked up that
we are our
the
own
world
worst
is
enemy.
like that.
We're our own worst enemy.
Right.
And it's honestly, bro, the world's not like that.
Or it's fucked up that America's like that.
A lot of the powerful countries in the world are like that, in the East and the West. But one thing I will say, all other nations have this over us. When you're Greek in Greece, you're fighting classism, bro. Those are the adversities. You're not fighting the fact that you were born Greek. And I try to explain it. I had a friend that's from Tokyo, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I don't understand, American racism. Like, but really, if you just work hard, you can kind of get over that." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cute." I said, but the thing is when it's designed for a said person to not accomplish certain things or to have certain things, that's what it is. You can go get all the degrees you want. You know how many niggas I know that look like me that have master's degrees that can't find a fucking job? And I always hear other people that I know and love, nigga, be like, "Yo, bro, if you want a job, all you got to do is not be lazy, nigga, because everybody's hiring." But it's like, well, everybody can't be hiring when I got a friend that has every major degree that you need, all the number one degrees you need to land a tech job in this country. And guess where he lives? This motherfucker lives right in the middle of Silicon Valley. He has applied at Google. You name all of the shit. Startups, big shit. He's had advocates come in. He has no felonies, no criminal record. Right now, he's teaching students in school. He's capable of doing that. You trust him with your babies, right? But, nigga, he can't go work on a fucking iPod, nigga, at Google. And he has a master's degree in the number one. Like, come on, bro. I see it over and over. Mm-hmm. So I know that that's a thing. That's a real thing. Hove ain't the first motherfucker that got some money that wanted to buy an NFL team.
But back to where this shit started. Dan Sir.
Cultural it's look, man. The reason why a lot of cultures are very protective of their culture is because you'll have people like that are drifters, and they'll come in because they're welcomed in the culture, and they're not of the culture. So everything they add to it is not necessarily a purity of good.
Yeah.
But what happens is it gets grouped in with the culture.
Right.
Lil Nas X ain't hip hop.
Nope.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Not at all.
Just because you rap, nigga, nobody said Limp Bizkit was hip hop.
He's not. I don't even consider what he does rapping, nigga.
So I don't care. It's a form of rapping. And everybody was giving him, oh, Limp Bizkit, he can rap. Like, he be rapping. He was doing ciphers and shit every once in a while and popping up, representing himself as an MC. What's the other one? The nigga from Detroit that turned out to be racist that everybody fucked with for a long ass time. I can't think of his name right now.
Eminem?
Nah. He's more
Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Yep.
He was jacking that hip hop shit.
Yep. And then
Nobody calls him hip hop now. So Lil Nas X isn't a hip hop artist. Talib Kweli is a hip hop artist. Yes. Common is a hip hop artist. Lil Baby's a hip hop artist.
Black Thought's a hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? The Baby's a hip hop artist.
Yep. Megan Thee Stallion's.
Meg Stallion's a hip hop artist. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B is a hip hop artist.
Yep. Nigga, Jack Harlow is a hip hop artist. Russ is
a hip hop artist. Lil Nas X is a pop star.
He's a Post Malone.
I wouldn't even say that.
Post Malone's more hip hop.
I wouldn't say that. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I mean, look, you have your own opinion. I'm just saying that, like, there's no wrong answer. But to me, Post Malone is a pop star.
That's what I mean.
He's just a different type of pop star. He's a pop star that I don't. If you play him in the club, I probably could still dance to him. If it's I'm listening to in the Uber or something and they're playing it on the radio, I might not have them skip it. Right. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I won't be annoyed at it. But I don't. Lil Nas X is a. There's always a pop star that you don't. There's always a pop star that you don't fuck with.
He's a dub.
Right, but there's pop stars you don't fuck with. Hey man, there was a lot of pop stars back in the day that I
like Taylor Swift.
You know, I never bumped a Taylor Swift song in my life.
But she's a fucking pop star. Mega fucking pop star.
She's getting a bag. Somebody like her.
Lots of motherfuckers like her.
And I say this to say that this little kid right here, what's his name? Dan Sir. And the Lil Nas X's. When rap has generated billions and dominated the culture and the airwaves like that, it's gonna drift into pop music.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have pop stars that rap.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's pop stars that sing, and nobody compared them to Elvis.
Right.
Nobody compared them to Michael Jacksons of the world or the Otis Reddings or because the Princes and the Mahalias and shit. Like, nah, nigga, you sing. Right. You're a pop star. You have minimal talent, and there's a machine behind you, and we take you this much serious.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Glad we got that out the way.
I see you have something on there about fucking 6ix9ine again.
I don't even know if it's true, bro. I'll look it up right now. I was gonna ask you if you heard anything about it.
No, I did about the $43 million deal.
Talk to me, dog.
There's some validity to it because we both seen it, and if that's real,
I seen it coming.
You did. You called it.
I was like, bro, that's a deal. Like at the end of that, that's a business deal.
Move. You've been called that. You was the first. You said. I mean, not the first one. But you said it on.
But
here.
And I remember like when Wack was going at other OG Bloods and other OG Crips that was chastising him, he was like, "Hey man, y'all don't gotta like it." The way he was saying it with his chest was like, you niggas don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that once he got off those lives and they was attacking him, he probably hit some of the ones that he felt necessary. He probably shot them in a little measure like, nah, bro, it's a play at the end.
$43 million.
I'm about to make millions off this. This is about to be my biggest bag. Right?
Right.
What are you going to say to that?
There's nothing you can say.
And if it's entertainment. See, the thing is, nobody would be mad at Lucian Grange. Nobody's mad at Lucian Grange.
Nope.
And Lucian Grange and them are behind all the whack hip-hop. They're behind some of the dope shit too. Right. But they behind all that. We think all this whack shit that we hear, all this detrimental shit we hear, they signed off on all that. They signed off on the Trippie Redd and on the 6ix9ine.
I was about to say Trippie Redd.
On Lucian Grange, the young one, he only has 2 artists.
Right.
4K music, 10K projects, whatever you got, whatever this shit is. Nigga, he's able to pay these niggas rock star money. And when you able to do that, it makes the dope rappers fuck with you.
Right.
Hey, I just went platinum 3 times to get this Maybach. I'm at the Maybach store happy as fuck. You're over here buying a Maybach with 3 singles out.
3 singles,
and you're fuck. The kid, like Method Man, just was on. It was a while ago, but he was on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast, and he raised a good point. Something that my boy Dave, my big bro Dave, always brings up to me. He be like, "King, where they getting the money from?"
Yeah.
And I'd be like, in my analytical
I
brain,
saw exactly what you're talking about.
my analytical brain, to answer that question first, before I go to what Meth said, I always go to, well, like the people around him did. I always go to, well, nowadays you got the streaming. Nowadays they're getting show money at a clip that rock stars was getting back then, right? They're all getting upward of 100,000 out the gate. That ain't, niggas. Some niggas out there getting $1 million a show. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, you getting that money streaming, you get the show money. I said, bro, and then like they're getting the under the table feature money where like you got every hood rapper that got some dope money or they got their mom's credit card saying, yo, I need a feature, how much? And you could tell them like, hey man, my industry price is 80,000. I'll give it to you for fuck it. Give me 15. Right? If you do about 30 of those a month, you add that up, that's untaxed money. That's cash. Right? There's a lot of ways that these young niggas get money. Nigga, now every rapper that has a hit song has some kind of apparel. Right. It's licensed. You can go see the shit in Walmart or in Zoomies, nigga, like whichever, depending on how they swag is, right? So you getting all this, niggas got action figures and endorsement deals.
McDonald's
Rappers
meals.
get athletic like endorsement deals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you start adding all that up. I'm like, that's where the money comes from. But a nigga like Meth that's been in the game 20, almost 30 years, he's like, no, that's not enough. Everything you just named don't add up to being able to take only private jets.
Yeah.
I can afford private jets. I've never taken one.
Right.
He's like, nigga, I can afford anything that I really want. I can live like a boss. I don't. He said, because, nigga, I've never gotten to the point. He said, man, look, one day I looked at my bank account and got scared. Like, where the fuck did all this come from? He said, and I remembered. I started off getting $2,500 a show. I had a hit single out that went platinum with Mary J. Blige, right? Everybody wanted me. I'm doing shows. I'm doing 3-4 shows a day. Every day, 365. I'm eating. Okay, this is rap music. Okay, this is all I expect. He said, but then one day I realized, I'm doing shows I'm always booked. I'm like damn near overbooked.
Now I need that money.
Nah, he's like, hey man, raise the price.
That's what I mean. Yeah, now I need that.
Right, so raise the price, nigga, boom. And it wasn't on no strategic shit. It was like, I can't be booked this much, nigga. Raise the price, and then the people that really want me will pay me. I'll get a little bit more money. It'll make up for all the bookings that I lose. Mm-hmm. He didn't lose any bookings. He still was overbooked. A couple more months running around. Hey, man, raise the price. Goes all the way to $25K till he got to the point where some people was backing out. Mm-hmm. Like, but he's running around making $25K now. His mind was still like, I'm still making I'll make $2,500. His spending habits was still, nigga, it's the 90s, nigga. Yo, let me get that box of 40s right there.
Right.
Let me get that pack of Philly blunts, nigga. Right. Let me get that eighth, nigga, for $30. And then, nigga, that's we rich, nigga. Right. Let me go to the chicken joint, get some wings, nigga. Yeah. Right. The little Oriental spot, get a little.
Might have me a little act.
Come on, fam.
Have me a little act paid
right
for.
now, so now look, boom. Okay, like I can go get this little whip, nigga. I got a little whip. I'm gonna buy this, nigga. I stacked up some money. I got a little whip. He wasn't thinking. He said one day he just went and looked at his bank account and was like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? What do you mean I got $2.5 million in the bank? Because, nigga, a couple of years you've been running around 3-4 times a day making $25,000. $100K a day. You know what I'm saying? Just running around 365. Add it up. Add it up.
And not spending anything.
So when a man that does that understands, like, okay, I didn't come in the game where I had a lawyer. That wasn't established yet. Oh, they signed you? Did you get a lawyer? Right. No, now they'll tell you. They want if Spotify offers us a deal today, they're gonna tell us, okay, here's the deal. Have your lawyer get at us. Yep. Oh, you don't have one? You need to go get one. Yep. Right? We'll recommend some for you, which you'll be a dumb ass nigga to take that. Right. But here, go, sometimes I've heard of them actually helping people get lawyers before deals, and it worked out right. They just wanted to sign you and do good business with you. Right. By industry standards. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so here it is. You now go. Method Man is looking at it like, well, I didn't have a legal team to tell me yay and nay and to help. I didn't have a financial advisor. said to put my money in bank accounts and help me with taxes to make sure that nigga I was good when tax time come and all that. Nigga, my first couple of taxes, I took hits,
Yeah.
owed some money, right? Had to sell some shit.
Yeah.
Had to take these hits like that. So he's like, with all that, I'm looking at it like, nigga, I can walk past a Rolex every day. I got a Rolex.
Right. Yeah.
You niggas are buying Rolexes and flooding them with ice, nigga. Devalue them
They ain't worth
soon as
shit
you do
no
it.
more, right.
And you niggas just run around, and he's saying that like I can count this shit. I know the niggas that's wearing fake shit and real shit. I buy real shit. I'm shopping at the same stores as these little niggas.
Yeah.
But you got 3 songs out. You got one album out.
Yeah.
And fam, I'm not disrespecting you, but nobody knows you like that. You're not that nigga.
Right.
How do you have 3 Bugattis?
Yep.
How do you own a house here? How do you do this? How you got all this shit? Like, you know what I mean? And he was saying it like, you know, Rick Ross, nigga, you can see it.
Right.
You see Hove build it. You seen Baby and Lil Wayne and them build it. You seen Drake build it.
Yep.
You seen J. Cole build it.
Yep.
How is it that you little so and so only regional like
Lil Pump, nigga.
you regionally famous at best? Okay, let's take Lil Pump. Lil Pump, even though he has platinum success, he got a Grammy. He got things like that because he had these bullshit songs that we thought was bullshit, that was gimmicky kind of, that blew up, nigga. Kids loved him. He did what we thought he would do. He fell off. We don't really hear about the nigga no more. He's washed. But he's rich as fuck.
Rich as fuck.
And it goes to a theory. I think this is what Meth was kind of like suggesting without saying it. It makes sense that he wouldn't be the one to say it. He's still actively involved in the industry and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my boy Dave, man, like my big bro, always be like, Keem, they paying these motherfuckers to desecrate the culture. They're going and signing the kid that they know got 13 bodies. They're backing him with the best legal team, right? They know that's gonna go into his brain, like nigga, oh nigga, that's why they always rap about it. Oh nigga, the Jewish dude gonna beat the murder. My Jewish attorney gonna catch the case. You know how many bars we got of a rapper saying about a fucking lawyer that they got that's gonna protect them and all this, but it never happens in real life.
Nope.
Your ass end up going to jail. You end up losing everything. Once the money dries up, nigga, they gone.
Prison.
So that type of time, you know what I'm saying? And it's just something to pay attention to.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really something to pay attention to.
Well, it is, because
bro.
you got to think about it. You got a lot of niggas in Chicago on with a lot of money, a lot of nice cars, a lot of niggas from the South, 9 4, 6 wards. Every ward's niggas getting bread. You got niggas from Florida getting bread. You got a lot of hood niggas getting dough. A lot of these Kodak Blacks.
And
these
they're not offering shit to the culture.
These 6ix9ines, these
A lot of them.
Trippy Reds, these motherfucking these nigga bruh. They're everywhere.
And they're not. And the thing is bro, it's like
The TKs, the fucking YMB Mellies, just come on, bro. Like,
yeah, well, like at least I'll say this. At least the kid YNW Melly was, by his generation standards, considered like somewhat of a phenom and a star.
he was talented.
Like they fucked with him. They
like
fucked
a
with
nigga,
his talent.
like okay.
Listen to me. I can see why a person, A&R signed a young kid like him. What I'm saying, when you get to Take Hey,
Man.
who sounds like somebody put a gun to his head and made him rap,
Robbed somebody.
and made him rap,
Yeah.
killed a couple people,
Mm-hmm.
just got 56 years. Is a multi-millionaire sitting in prison today, nigga, off of one song.
Any of that money.
Never got to perform his hit record. It went platinum, bro. And that's the thing. He can't touch that money. That's the big misconception about it. He don't get to really enjoy the money.
No, I mean he'll get it while he's in prison, but he ain't gonna. I mean, you're gonna buy so much commissary, my nigga.
That's not how that works. When you're a multimillionaire in a real prison doing life, nigga, you can buy protection.
Oh yeah.
You can buy fucking, you know what I'm saying? You can make money still. You can buy, nigga, access to weed. You can buy access to pussy. You can buy more, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can make your situation a lot more livable if you're worth a few $1 million in prison. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's crazy. It's just something. It's funny that you seen that shit too. But yeah, since you brought that up, you said whack. That was real, huh? $48 million management deal. I told you that boy 6'9" ain't going nowhere. Nigga, he's getting money. And you got to ask yourself, why are we in a game in a culture that we built where, and you know how I feel about 6'9". I'm not the 6'9" hater that everybody else is, right?
I just don't hate him. I just don't care anymore.
But what I'm
I
saying,
did hate him at first.
I say that to say this though, like, why are we in a situation to where 6'9" can yield
Millions.
all this money and make all these deals, and you got cats that we know, we all think, nigga, Meek Mill. When was the last time you heard of Meek Mill signing a $49 million deal for something?
It's because Meek Mill isn't. I don't know.
I'm just saying, it's nobody's fault but our own. And that was my whole point in this whole shit. We made this possible. See? I'm talking all that shit. We made this possible. You feel me? That he can come infiltrate a culture like that, make millions, and now don't even need it. He'll just get in his Latin bag. I don't even listen to that. Upcoming versus battle, who you got?
Who is that?
Ja Rule, Fat Joe, cause 50 scared.
Fat Joe.
I got Rule, but oh shit, I don't know.
I think Fat Joe got him.
Personally, I would take Fat Joe. As far as who's gonna win,
I'm a Ja Rule hater. I think
It's
Ja
fact-
Rule has some.
no, he do.
He could rap.
It's facts
bro.
of who's gonna win. I think Ja's gonna come out the winner. I think.
And
I
not
think
only the hits, Ja Rule has some albums that had good just tracks on it, nigga. That was good playback value, good start to finish, everything.
with Vinny Vecchi
For
part of that
Joe.
shit, yeah, like
The bad thing about Ja Rule is the whole connection to the Murder Inc. bullshit they was trying to get him with. You know what I'm saying? Not Ja Rule, the shit they were
feds,
trying
yeah.
to do to Murder Inc. That's the only thing that hindered his. Because had they just had a smooth sailing, nigga, Ja Rule would be rich as fuck and still
He is
very
rich, though.
relevant. I mean, but you know what I'm saying.
he'd be more popular.
More pop, he'd be right up there with 50 Cent still, and not even
If not surpassed, because I don't think 50 has truly ever really reached his stature in terms of the consistency.
I just mean not even just rap. I mean just in business deals, in where 50 Cent is in life compared to Ja Rule. Now, you know what I'm saying?
perception wise, yeah, I
Right.
agree.
You feel what that's what I mean. Like motherfuckers perceive Ja Rule to be broke. We both know Ja Rule ain't broke. We know that, but the perception is that's a broke nigga. When 50 Cent goes and pokes fun of him, it's a rich nigga talking about a broke nigga.
Yeah, or
You feel what I'm
somebody that's
saying?
up that feel like that's
Right,
talking to somebody
yeah.
that fell off.
I feel like Fat Joe got it though. I feel like it's gonna be a good one. It's
think this shit is
gonna
gonna
be a
be-
good one. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be. I think this is
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
think
equal
it.
to what happened with the locks.
Yep.
It's gonna happen with
Straight
with
fucking
Ja Rule.
hip hop, bro.
I think Ja Rule's gonna remind a lot of these kids that nigga, I'm your father,
Right.
nigga.
As he should, cause Ja Rule have bars, nigga.
And he was singing and doing that hooky and melodic shit before a lot of these niggas.
Yeah.
And he was catering the bitches way before Drake
Yeah.
in verses.
Be a good.
So
It's gonna be a good.
it's gonna be
battle.
something like that. I think that watch.
Great battle. I'm looking forward now. As you told me, I'm looking
I
forward.
hope the nigga take it serious. As long as the nigga don't come out like looking corny and looking washed or whatever, or not knowing his shit, not playing the right songs.
Right.
But they both got classic shit to pull from.
A lot.
They both got the club
You're talking about
joints
they
to
both
pull
had-
from.
You're talking about Terror Squad and Murder Inc. had 2000s on lock, nigga, as labels, nigga. Through all the country, nigga. Through all the top labels was those two, Rough Riders, motherfucking Cash Money, No Limit was still doing this thing. Rockefeller and Slip and Slide Records with Trick Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Aftermath had a lot in the 2000s. They had G Unit and 50
And
Cent.
then, the Eminem run and shit.
That was
yeah.
the 8 biggest labels, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And they ran
was
the
the Prince,
2000s.
yeah.
Like, period. That was...
Those was the
and,
Prince.
And Nelly. Can't leave out the Nelly and St. Lunatics. They ran the 2000s as well with them niggas, period. Nah, dope. It's gonna be a dope battle. I think that one's gonna be a good one for real.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's gonna be
All
pretty
the
cool.
Ashanti hits, all the fucking,
Auntie was looking so
all
good
the
today.
all the Remy Ma hits, all the hits on both sides, bruh. Just all the big pun, all the bruh. It's gonna be great on both sides, bruh. I'm looking forward to
What
it.
if
It's gonna
Ja
be great
plays
for
some
us,
shit
shit.
from that old Murder Inc. Compilation that was supposed to be him, Jay-Z, and DMX that nobody heard?
He'll win just off that alone. I will change my opinion mid-show if he plays that unreleased shit. I will change my opinion mid-show, nigga. It'll be Ja Rule 1 from that. There will be not another song that Fat Joe could. There'll be no series of songs Fat Joe could play.
Right.
He would kill you off. It'd be over, nigga.
He got some hits, bro.
Bro, they both got a lot of tremendous ones, bro. Like I said, Terror Squad and Murder Inc. ran the 2000s, nigga. What's Love from, nigga, goddamn, all that shit, bro. And think about it, they both got Ashanti hits. Super platinum Ashanti.
I know. That's why I'm like, damn,
It's gonna
nigga.
be a good ass battle, my nigga.
Shanti probably gonna sit out on this one.
She
Like,
don't have to. She ain't gonna be able to sing neither. Or she might just be up there with both of them in the middle.
she might just show up with Ja because that's team.
Is she still with Nelly?
Nah. I got one more topic, bro. I'm calling this a dress-ademic.
Dress-ademic.
Why are all these masculine men being paid millions of dollars to put on a dress?
Because they would, dog. Okay, so here's my opinion in LGBTQ. Please don't fucking shoot me.
Depends on what you say.
I feel like they're doing it just to increase the acceptance rate of all these things.
That's the theory. That makes sense.
You feel what I'm saying? They're demasculating. You know what I'm trying to say.
Demasculating.
They're doing that to the male gender to make it more accepting of everything LGBTQ related.
But aren't we already accepted in that?
That's
what I don't get.
It's one of them things. I just feel like it's just being just shoved down our throats at this point. Pause. Big pause. At this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we get it. LGBTQ, y'all matter. You do. Just like Black Lives Matter. Just like all this shit matters. At the end of the day, we are human. We all fucking matter. Regardless of your gender, your sexual orientation.
Right.
We all matter.
Oh.
Period.
These is facts, bro.
And you might try and counteract, well, black people are always shoving in your face and all like that. We have a fucking valid ass reason to keep shoving it in your face. Because it's been over 400 years of this shit. There's been homosexuality throughout time. But you guys have really been getting the shit for it maybe the last 100 years.
Right.
We've been 400 years in this shit and it ain't going nowhere. You got hate crime bills and all types of shit done for y'all already. We still don't have an anti-lynching bill. 400 years of this shit. So our fights are different, very different, while being somewhat similar. But, like I said, I just feel like it's just to make us more accepting.
No, you're right.
And we are accepting already. Not all of us. Give you that. But a lot of the population these days are accepting, and we let you do whatever you want to do, sexually, love-wise, everything.
I think I could see some of that being true. With me, I think that some of it is just like you started out with, like, it's just a demasculating tactics of a government trying to subdue those that they fear. You know? So, I mean,
Because Lil Nas X is doing a wonderful
He's
job.
a shock jock.
Fuck
He's
outta
Howard
here.
Stern. He's a shock jock. And what's gonna happen is, bro, they're gonna end up saying that he's a genius. Oh, he's a marketing genius. Oh, he's this, he's that. You know, it's like sometimes I feel like he's just searching for his true like talent calling, but like he just got paid doing this and ain't no going back.
I don't have a problem with any type of homosexuality, but when when you're just doing this to me all day,
Right. Well, to me, it's a sexual thing.
I can't.
I think that like sexuality, period, is pushed too much in our society.
Like this thing in Lil Nas X has a whole video of him and naked dudes. Like, when was this acceptable? Like,
Dog, D'Angelo was naked in a song
But
in a
his-
video that went crazy for girls went crazy
his-
for it.
he didn't have no blocked out dick showing though.
He did though. Go look at that video again. Yes, he did.
Nah, I don't want to. Now I don't want to watch that video again.
And it just goes back to that too. Like, we would be more forgiving if he was more talented.
He's doing it with other men to do this shock thing for the shock jock thing, and it's like, stop, bro, because you just
Or he's a gay man that said, "F y'all, man. Fuck y'all. I don't care what y'all think. Put a whole bunch of gay ass men up here with me." The same
all right,
way.
teach their own, because
you know what
we
I'm saying?
throw
That's what I'm
females
getting
shaking their ass, clapping. Teach, yeah, you're right.
That's all-
You are
that's all I'm saying.
absolutely fucking right. You're right. He's got just as much right as we do to have these females in our videos clapping ass and all that shit.
Yeah,
You're right, bro.
that's a fact.
You're right. I would be wrong. I'd be hypocritical at that juncture if I said that. He has every right to. He has every right to have what he's sexually attracted to in his video.
Word,
Period.
word. That's a fact. All adults, man.
Yep. Or at least we should be, but most of us are. A lot of us.
You seen what Russ and them was wearing, though, right? That's where all this came from. Wearing a dress just like Shorty that just walked out in front of us.
Russell who?
Westbrook.
I think we gonna end it on that. Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Check it out.
I'm not saying you're lying. That whole Nipsey, my nigga, all
New
that
York,
shit.
New York.
Nipsey would have never wore no dress, my nigga.
Well, yeah, but when you got a friendship with somebody, we as fans can't depict what we know of our fan. You know what I mean? Nigga, Nipsey and Russ, I know were friends. So
No, I'm not saying that the friendship wasn't real. I'm just saying, but your nigga probably wouldn't approve of that one. Unless you are homosexual. Then, yeah, your homo would be like, cool, that's, nigga, you wore a dress.
it gets complicated, bro.
We just gotta stop being accepting of them trying to demasculinize us. Seems like it happens to black people more than it happens to
I just got to question. You know, we just got to question things more.
Right.
That's all. Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Sounds like another one to me, man.
It's another motherfucking episode of the Always Talking Shit Show.
Should know.
I'm your motherfucking host, Doc On.
It's your boy Akeem Sincere, man.
And as usual, we love you. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here, but
Stay blessed, man.
fuck how you feel around this motherfucker. We out. See you Wednesday.
New Always Talking Shit Show.